What is going on, everyone? BLN437 here, and today we are going to be going over the American League Division Series game 1 of the ALDS between the Yankees and the Indians. But before we get into that, I am exhausted, guys. I literally got no sleep leading into Comic-Con this morning, so I was roaming all around. I did a couple of things like a vlog and got some stuff, but I'm exhausted. I literally only slept for like maybe 2 hours, so I didn't catch the Red Sox game. I literally woke up at the beginning of the Yankee Indians game, and boy, I have to sit here and say that Jesus, I can't believe that game between the Red Sox and the Astros was that one-sided. But this is about the Yankees and the Indians, so let's get into that actually. So, Trevor Bauer on the mound in Game 1 for the Cleveland Indians. You have the Yankees going with Sonny Gray after Luis Severino just had an awful outing in the wildcard game. And for the first 2 innings, I'll sit here and I'll say this. Sonny Gray pitched well. He pitched decent enough to do what he needed to do and to keep the Yankees within the game. But at some point, the Yankees just could not hit. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say this, and maybe some people are going to say this, but I'll sit here and I'm going to say this. The Yankees, and like I said, some people may say, oh, well, the Yankees got a couple of hits there, they got some walks or whatever. I don't care. The Yankees didn't have any type of solid at-bat. To me, personally, they didn't have any solid at-bat until the 8th inning. Now, Sonny Gray pitched well up until maybe the 4th inning. The 4th inning, you can just kind of tell he didn't have it at this point. He was just struggling. He was getting behind or falling behind hitters. It was just bad. Sonny Gray just couldn't get anything going. And the Yankees, I have to sit here and I have to say this. I don't know what is it about, Sonny Gray starts where the Yankees just decide, you know what, we're going to take a day off. We're not going to pitch, we're not going to play. We're not going to hit. We're just going to do whatever. Like, it just seems like any time this man goes on the mound, the Yankees can't score him any runs. And it's unfortunate because he could be so much better, and his record and everything else could be so much better than what it was and what it currently is if the Yankees could just hit for him. But He pitched solid. I'm not going to sit here and criticize him for the way he pitched. He pitched pretty well. He gave up 3 runs. He got out of a huge jam in the 2nd inning where he only gave up 1 run with the bases loaded, and I believe it was like no outs at that point. No, actually, I think it was 1 out, and he got the big double play. So I'll give him credit for that. He did a good job keeping the game within reach. Jaime ended up coming in the bottom of the 5th inning, I believe it was, to kind of take that take the reins of the game, and he did a good job. It's funny, I said on Twitter, I said, of course Jaime's Jaime's best outing as a Yankee comes out of the bullpen. I mean, just at the wrong time, out of the bullpen when they're down. I don't get it, but that's baseball. But yeah, the Yankees just couldn't get anything going offensively. Trevor Bauer was locating that 2-seamer against lefties really well. He was hitting them with that curveball that just, wow, that curveball just has a break to it. It just looks like it's going to be a ball up in the zone, and it just comes right back down, and it's an amazing curveball. I have to give Trevor Bauer that. He was a former first-round draft pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks. I know a lot of people don't know that, and really what caused him to not be the pitcher that he should have been, at least in Arizona, was the fact that they didn't like the way that he was doing his whole type of workout routine. He would do like long tosses, and he would kind of like do some weird things that you don't see a pitcher do that would put his arm in jeopardy. But all that stuff didn't matter today. He was just electric. The Yankees could not hit him. Yeah, the Yankees hit some balls hard here and there, and yeah, the Yankees got some walks and stuff like that. But the Yankees did not have, to me, a solid at bat until Andrew Miller came into the game. And you know what? I'll sit here and I'll say this about the Yankees. If that's the one bright spot that we can take away from this game, it's the fact that the New York Yankees legit gave Andrew Miller a hard time. Andrew Miller was not going to get away with anything that he was throwing. The Yankees were patient. The Yankees, took their time trying to get to Miller, and they forced him out of the game. So I'll give them that. I'll give them that. That's a moral victory. That's not a victory that you write home about and you're like, yeah, well, we were able to stop Andrew Miller because obviously you didn't win the game. But it's a moral victory to let you know that, tomorrow, if he does come back into the game, we know we can get him. But just awful before that Andrew Miller coming into the game. They were just completely awful. So I'll give them credit for that, but I can't give them credit for anything else that happened beforehand. They weren't taking pitches. They were swinging at pitches that I didn't understand why they were swinging at. They didn't work the count well like they did in the wild card game. Well, see, that's the thing I don't get. You have Gardner. He worked the count tonight. I'll give Gardner some credit with that. He did work the count, and there was times where the Yankees did work the count, but most of the time the Yankees were just swinging at the third pitch that the pitcher threw. And I didn't understand that. I legit did not understand that, and I don't understand why the Yankees do that. But that's what they ended up doing, and it's just so hard. There's really nothing to talk about in this game because nothing happened other than Jay Bruce hit a home run off of Sonny Gray which knocked him out of the game. You have Bruce, who got a sacrifice fly, and you know what? I'll say here now. Actually, say this. This is actually something I should say. The Indians. The reason why the Indians won this game wasn't necessarily because the Yankees pitching staff couldn't keep them in the game because they ended up doing a good job. Listen, a 4-run deficit, it may seem like a lot, but with that Yankee offense and the fact that they have only been shut out 3 times in this season, including what happened tonight, which will make it, I believe, 4. That's hard to do. It's hard to make this Yankee lineup, or it's hard to not have this Yankee lineup, shut down. And they did a good job of doing that, but they also did a good job in what the Yankee offense couldn't do. They took whatever little bit of runs they can get. Yeah, Sonny Gray got a huge double play in that second inning, but they still got the run in. Yeah, Jay Bruce hit a home run that knocked him out of the game, but to me, that's not even the big thing. The big thing was when Jay Bruce had a chance with a runner in third base, and Jaime Garcia was in the game still. He got a sacrifice fly, and he drove in Ramirez, meaning that they took advantage of whatever little opportunity that they could to score runs, and that's what you have to do against the Cleveland Indians. The Indians did exactly what the Yankees need to do. Take advantage of the small opportunities that you have, or the opportunities that you do have, because there's not going to be many, especially when you have 2 super bullpens, so to speak. So you have to take what they give you, and the Indians did that to a T tonight. They ended up hitting it to double plays, but they were able to drive in the run. Yeah, Jay Bruce didn't get a base hit, but he got a sacrifice fly with a home run. Jay Bruce was literally the hero of this game, and I said in my video that Jay Bruce was hot going in after getting traded to the Cleveland Indians. Yeah, he kind of slowed down a little bit, but he was still pretty hot, and he showed himself today. He was a big key contributor to their win today, along with, obviously, Trevor Bauer. But, I mean, this series right now, to be honest with you, if the Yankees don't come out and win this game tomorrow, it's over. The Yankees have to find a way to win this game tomorrow. And I guess it's important that, and I'm sorry guys, Siri apparently just went on, but it's obvious that they need to win this game tomorrow. But it's also, I guess, they're very fortunate enough that they have a guy who's been a stopper for them all season, and that is CC Sabathia. I know John Smokes was talking about it a lot today, but it is very true that when the Yankees do seem to get into any type of rut and they just don't seem to be looking too good, CC Sabathia ends up being the guy that stops that game. Do I really have the trust in CC Sabathia to beat this Indians lineup? Yes, I do, because he doesn't rely on the dominating fastball and just that electric stuff that he once had. He's more of an Andy Pettitte type pitcher at this point of his career. He's gonna get you out with cutters. He's gonna get you out with breaking stuff. He's gonna try to change try to change the little bit of speeds that he can. So he might be throwing a 90 to 89 mile an hour fastball, but he's gonna throw you about an 82, 81 mile an hour changeup. Kind of just change the speeds and change the eye level with those breaking pitches, and that's going to be the key. That's going to be the key to tomorrow's game. If CC can locate those pitches and execute that breaking stuff, and kind of, he has to get the Indian hitters to kind of just chase out of the zone and just swing at a lot of things that they wouldn't normally swing at, and that's hard to do because you have Francisco Lindor who's been seeing the ball pretty well. Jay Bruce he had some great at bats where he just took a lot of pitches, was battling out there. You have Jose Ramirez, who wasn't given an inch. So CC is going to have to try to execute his pitches. Locations is also going to be the key for CC, as always, especially when you don't have the dominating fastball and, you can't blow anything by hitters anymore. So that's going to be a big important thing for CC Sabathia tomorrow night. But the Yankees at least need to score 1 run. To me, if you can score 2 or 3 runs and you have a 2 or 3 run lead and CC gives you 5, you go to Green tomorrow. Chad Green can give you 6 or 7. Go to Betances, who looked well today. You know what? That's another plus. Dellin Betances actually looked like the Dellin Betances of old. For someone that didn't pitch in that wild card game, and I know that he was upset. Even if he doesn't say, Dellin Betances was upset. That's a huge plus for the Yankees. If Dellin is what he was tonight, then the Yankees have a shot to make this series. Now, I still believe that this series will go to 5 games. That is still my prediction, but I will sit here and I'll tell you guys this right now. But that will all depend on what happens tomorrow night. If the Yankees can win tomorrow night, this series will go 5. If not, then this series is done, because the Yankees could win one or win 2 in New York. Even though I don't think that they would be able to win 2 in New York, but if they win 2 in New York, they still got to face Corey Kluber or Trevor Bauer again in Game 5. So it's pick your poison here. It's either you have to split. I said that this was the key for the Yankees, was to get a split. I thought this was their best chance to get a split. They didn't take advantage of it. Now they got to go and deal with Corey Kluber. That's the consequences. They did not hit. They didn't show up. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it was fatigue. I don't know if the moment got to them. Judge didn't look good at all tonight. Didi Gregorius didn't look good tonight. Gary Sanchez didn't look good tonight. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say one more thing. Gary Sanchez was not Gary Sanchez at all tonight. He just didn't look good on the plate. Then he definitely didn't look good defensively. I mean, he was just letting balls go left and right. You can just see that he was having trouble. And to be honest with you, I honestly think that Joe Girardi needs to consider DHing him. I can't have Gary Sanchez play catcher. I can't have him make those mistakes defensively, because CC and Sonny Gray are 2 guys that throw breaking balls, and Sonny Gray has a lot of movement on a lot of his pitches, and you can't afford to have guys who can't catch the ball behind the plate. You can't. And I love Gary Sanchez. He's a great offensive player. He's a great young player. He's going to be even better later on in his career, but he doesn't know how to catch yet, and he still needs to learn that. And I think Romine needs to become the permanent catcher, and Gary Sanchez has to be their permanent DH, at least until now, because there's no way the Yankees can get by with Gary Sanchez performing the way that he performed defensively, and there's no way that the Yankees can get by the Indians if Judge doesn't hit. Judge was, like I said, Judge just didn't look like Judge at all. This Yankee lineup didn't look like itself, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that that's all on the Yankees, because the Indians deserve some credit. That goes on Trevor Bauer for making sure that he shut them down. Like I said, he had the electric curveball with the 2-seamer going in on lefties, and just he made the Yankee hitters, kind of be on the defensive. He got ahead in counts. He executed his pitches well, and when he did have trouble trying to get somebody out, he went to that 2-seamer, and that 2-seamer was nasty. It was deadly. It was. And he knew that as long as he gave them 6 innings, that the Yankees were going that they were going to win that game. The Yankees weren't going to be able to come back, and he didn't even go 6. He went like 7, and then they brought in Andrew Miller for the 8th. So that was big. That was huge. And at this point, honestly, I don't, like I said, I don't know what more to say about this game. This game was rough. If you're a Yankee fan, yeah, you worry about tomorrow night. You do. You worry about tomorrow night because you don't know if you can get that win off of Kluber. You worry about tomorrow night because you know that if you don't at least take 1 in Cleveland tomorrow night, that this might be the end of your series. And to me, this is the biggest game of the Yankee season. Not that wildcard game. It can't be that anymore. This is the big game. The Yankees have to show what they are made of tomorrow night. If the Yankees do not do that, the Yankees will go home. And it's as simple as that. Because you can't expect to come back 2-0 to a team that has Carlos Carrasco healthy, has Corey Kluber healthy, Trevor Bauer is healthy, Salazar is healthy. Then you have that dominating pen, and you have that explosive lineup with Encarnacion, Jay Bruce, Jose Ramirez, Francisco Lindor, all doing some type of damage. I mean, that is completely just the wrong situation. You don't want to be in that situation. So that's the key. And for the Indians, the key tomorrow is just let Kluber do his thing. If Kluber can give them 6 or 7 like he did last postseason, then the game's over. Andrew Miller, unless Andrew Miller chokes and doesn't do his job like he couldn't do tonight, the Indians win this game tomorrow. Simple as that. There's nothing else I can say about that, because I know the Indians are going to score runs. There's no question to me that the Indians are going to score a run or 2. It's whether the Yankees can score 2 or 3 runs off of Kluber. That's really it, guys. That's it. And I don't as a Yankee fan, yes, I want to see the Yankees try to win the series. I chose the Yankees to win the series in 5 because my heart tells me and my heart believes that my Yankees can do it. But the Cleveland Indians have to, the Cleveland Indians are not going to back down. They've shown up, and they showed the Yankees what they can do tonight, and that's scary. That is scary for any American League team. But I mean, I want to say one more thing, and I don't know if it's the right thing to say, but and I'm gonna sit here and I say this: if the Yankees lose this series, I think it is a disappointment, only due to the fact that they made a lot of these, kind of middle of the season acquisitions to get them past a team like the Cleveland Indians or the Houston Astros or the Red Sox. But it's one of those things where I don't see it. Todd Frazier, everybody talks about, he's been solid in the second half. Hasn't shown up in 2 wildcard games. Yeah, he almost got a base hit, and Byron Buxton made a great catch, but hasn't done anything other than that in that at bat. D-Rob showed up, Canely showed up. I'll give them that. But Gray is a great starter. Sonny Gray can pitch. I'm not going to sit here and say he can't pitch, but he gets behind and counts a lot. And that's what I've noticed since he's been with the Yankees. He gets in bad counts a lot, or he gets himself into 3-2 counts. You can't have that against the Cleveland Indians lineup. They're waiting for you to get to it. They're waiting for you to give them a 3-2 count because they know that you're going to have to throw the fastball at some point because you're going to want to challenge them. You're not going to want to walk them because they can steal on you. And then even if you walk a guy that you can't steal off of, you got Jay Bruce. You walk him. You still got Encarnacion. You still have Roberto Perez, who had an amazing postseason last year. So you can't fall behind on counts with this Indians team. You can't. And I don't understand what happened tonight. Sonny Gray, this was his most important game as a Yankee, to show the Yankee fans what he has, and he didn't do it. But Trevor Bauer showed the Indian fans what he can do. Showed them that he's willing to go out there and that he's a warrior. And he's been doing that since the second half started. So, I mean, like I said, the key is CC has to be the stopper one more time. CC's not the stopper one more time, this game's over. If Corey Kluber dominates, this game's over. If the Yankees can't score at least 4 runs tomorrow night, and I'm going to sit here and say this right now, the Yankees have to score 4 runs. 4. I believe CC will give up 2. If not 1. He'll give up 1, but I think he'll give up 2. So the Yankees at least need to score 3 or 4 runs. Because if the Yankees don't score 3 to 4 runs tomorrow night, that's it. So anyways, guys, that's it for this video. I'm going with the Yankees winning 4-2. Because they need to score at least 4 to 3 runs. Or 3 to 4 runs. And I won't be able to review that game. I'm going to be stuck at New York Comic Con. But I am going to look at the highlights. I'm going to have it recorded. I am going to kind of see what happens. I'll probably make it back towards the end of the game. So I'll be able to see what's happening at the end of the game. But I'll probably record the beginning as well. And if I record the beginning as well and I kind of just fast forward to certain parts of the game that I think are important, I'll probably have a review out for you guys tomorrow, or a recap video for you guys tomorrow. But if not, then this might be the last recap video until Sunday's game, where I'll be able to do more games than just the Yankee game as well. But anyways, guys, if you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Comment as well. Let me know what you guys thought about tonight's game. I know that it was electric out there in Cleveland tonight. It was fun. And it was exciting. We didn't get the game that we expected in the sense that we would see bullpen versus bullpen, because we didn't see that. The Yankee bullpen was obviously depleted from that wildcard game, but maybe we'll see it tomorrow night, because they should be ready to go tomorrow. And if you are new, don't forget to subscribe as well. Let me know that you subscribed, and comment down below, man. Let's talk about some baseball. We're gonna enjoy a lot of baseball. If you guys aren't following me on Twitter, I highly suggest that you guys follow me on Twitter. I comment on the games, I comment on the game as it's happening. You get live reactions from me, so it's gonna be exciting. Like I said, guys, if you guys like the video, like it, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next freaking video. Later, guys.